the corner so you can see better. Maybe I can put you up here. I don't know. I don't understand. I've got 4 bars. Oh, Lord. What in the Princess Leia is going on? Listen, I ain't trying to look cute or perfect or anything, but I do want to, like, not look like I could scare children, you know? I want to look like I'm not trying to scare children. I don't know if this is the right color, but we're going to go with it. I found it. It's the milk concealer. Love me some milk. It's old. The packaging is, like, literally coming apart. It is not new, so don't be thinking that I'm out here spending $30 on concealer, because I didn't. I do want to be able to get some sun, so I'm not putting much on. I really just want to come to life, come to life. Take the redness away from me. Y'all know what I was looking into last night that was really depressing? As if everything that I talk about isn't depressing on this channel. I saw that there was a teacher who was arrested for giving Benadryl to students. These kids were daycare age. First of all, let me start with that. And she was caught I never liked this milk concealer. Listen, if you like that dry shit, go off, queen. But I like foundations that don't dry my face out. Milk, I don't know. I had a girlfriend that loved it. I don't see what the hype is about. I think it's more about the name. It's not really about the product. It doesn't work that great. I like the Lady Gaga better, but my favorite foundation is Estee Lauder Double Wear, which can dry your face out, which is why you have to have the right skincare routine to wear with that. Estee Lauder Double Wear is not for everybody, especially if you have dry skin. It's just going to amplify it. I mean, it's not bad, but I've had better concealers. So, daycare worker, it was one of those things that, like, I ran into one article and then I ran into like 2 more articles afterwards, and I'm just like, what is this? Whoa, I didn't even know this was a thing. But let me tell you, apparently daycare workers are dosing children with antihistamines, Benadryl, sleeping pills at daycare now. Not just one. I went and looked up cases. There's actually been like 150% increase since 2020. Nobody finds that concerning but me. I thought daycare workers and educators were supposed to protect children. But I could be wrong. It could just be to educate them and watch them. I thought the bare minimum of childcare was safety. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, so there was, last year there was dozens of daycare workers, school teachers, preschool, kindergarten teachers that were busted giving children Benadryl while on school or daycare premises. And only a few of them were actually arrested, because I'm going to listen to this. There was a sheriff that come forward and he says, well, it's not really, quote, it's not really a chargeable offense because these are over-the-counter medications. Oh, so when it's one that's on that side of the fence, y'all don't care. They're on that side. You know what I mean? So this led to like dozens of other reports, and I'm like counting this shit up. I go back to the 90s to look at any incidents back there that I can find online. Can't find shit. In 2007, I found a report of a daycare we didn't have to do, which is no coincidence. That's when the collapse started. But imagine there's a new trending, I don't know what to call it, criminal behavioral pattern. Imagine there's a new criminal behavioral pattern that's trending, and it's childcare workers who are dosing children with Benadryl and other sleep aids so that their children in their daycare and or classrooms will sleep and they don't have to do their job. And half of them, let me just be clear, half of them are not even being arrested because the cops don't see it as a chargeable offense in some states. Signal problems, because I'm going to move. I don't understand. I have 4 bars. It's boost. I finally got you a damn good spot so you can see a little bit. Still not the best angle. I don't know nothing about those. I've never needed those because I'm actually a beautiful girl, especially in person. So I don't know anything about them angles because I ain't never needed them. You know what I mean? When you're pretty from every angle, you ain't got to worry about your angles. You get it? You get it? You get it? Here we go. What is wrong with people? Y'all see what I have to deal with? Y'all see what I have to deal with? Now you can't see me. Don't you love that for me? I bet this cop over here in this parking lot is like, what the hell is that girl doing over there? Sorry, officer. I'm trying to find service. All right, fuck it. We're going up to the top. We're going up to the top. So, I know I'm on live. People know I'm on live, and they just trying to be manipulative. That's that shit I don't like. Like, you literally were probably just watching me on live, and then you want to call me and bug me when you see me on live. Stop dealing with people that are like that, y'all. They're fucking narcissists. Fucking narcissists. I done called you 16 motherfucking times today. And when I'm busy fucking working, you want to be all up in my shit. I'm so fucking sick of people. Stop fucking dealing with people that are fucking narcissists. Known. What? Hello? Fucking people. So it's supposed to be super nice. It already is. It's 70 something. It doesn't really get cold here, but that wind gets cold because it starts to cut. That shit blows so much, you know? Ain't it crazy how I went live this morning and I didn't have anybody in the chat saying stupid shit? You know these losers can't even get out of bed until fucking noon? My stalkers, some of my stalkers that like to come and leave hate comments, and they'll flood the chats in my regular people can't talk. It's so crazy because, like, people tell on themselves how lazy they are. Like, you couldn't get up this morning when we was all up talking about George Floyd and everything. You couldn't get up with us and flood the chat then? No, because you were probably up last night smoking crack, sucking on your mom's tit. Loser. So I saw on the news this morning there was another man that was at a park yesterday who was killed by his dogs. He was mauled by all of his pit bulls. He had 3 of them. They were called XXL bullies. Well, folks, here we have another case of fucking around and finding out. It took multiple officers to even get these dogs on a chain so that they could get them out of the park so that they wouldn't harm children. First of all, sir, just because you're an idiot doesn't mean that you should inconvenience everybody else with your stupidity. Here we have vicious animals who he had bred these dogs to have muscles all over them. Y'all know exactly which dogs I'm talking about because they've been all over Instagram and everything. If you ain't seen one, I'll show you one day when we have another one of these stories, because there'll be more. They happen every day. Pit bulls are out here killing their owners every fucking day, and their children, So I just find it interesting that this form of bully, this dog that was a pit bull, the name of it was XXL bully. That dog's muscles had muscles. And the owner thought that it was perfectly reasonable to take these mutts to a fucking park where there's children. Could you imagine being that dumb? Being that stupid? I can assure you that there's people everywhere like that. I see it every day. Fucking dogs unleashed. Like, I will say that for the most part, most of the parks that I go into, the people have their dogs on leash because these type of people, they're not ignorant like the type of people that own pit bulls. I don't think I've ever even seen a dog that was a pit bull in one of these parks. That tells you a lot about it tells you a lot, you know? It tells you a lot, honey. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got to worry about being attacked by a pit bull on roller skates in this bitch. If anything, it'll be a border collie that wants their belly rubbed. So, they don't know what happened. All they know is that witnesses saw this man's dead body in the park and his dogs tearing him to shreds. I saw them collecting evidence from the scene. Those dogs had completely torn his blazer to shreds. An officer picked it up off the ground and it looked like a tissue that had went through the damn washing machine or the garbage disposal. You know, a lot of people get obsessed with having this persona. Sometimes that persona can end up leading to your death. Now, whether it's a fast car or an XX bulldog, you need to think twice about the choices that you're making in life so you don't fuck around and find out the hard way and end up dead. That's all I'm saying. If you love your children, you'll do some research on pit bulls. The statistics, not the history. The history is important too because they were actually bred to kill. So if you do want to learn about the history, let me give you a piece of it. But the statistics, if you care about your children, you need to read the statistics. Now, we've read them on this channel. They were heartbreaking. I did not know that those numbers were as high as they were. I knew it was bad, but I only knew that from Judge Judy. But to find out statistics was heartbreaking and mind-blowing. It's crazy. I don't know why things like that are not taken into consideration, you know, when when purchasing an animal. You're like, oh, I wanna adopt. That's what's best for the animal. Yeah, well, you can adopt something that doesn't have a license to kill, Karen. Like, if you loved your children, you would want to do what was in the best interest of the children. The slightest probability that pit bull could attack that child is too much for me. But, you know, everybody views child abuse differently. I know I sure do. When I see y'all out here with pit bulls and these pit bulls in your children's faces, and damn, I've saw cars full of them with children in the back seat, you know, minivans with pit bulls slobbering out the fucking window in the back with infants. Y'all are the stupidest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. That is the dumb. I'm willing to bet that there's almost a child a day that gets killed by a pit bull. A child a day. I'm almost willing to bet that it's around a child a day that gets killed by a pit bull in this country, and probably multiple attacks a day. It's just that the media doesn't pick it up. Those statistics were alarming. Alarming. And not to mention, just this week, I've done told y'all about 2 or 3 pit bull attacks where the pit bulls killed their owner. There was the old lady and the guy that was on the bicycle. The 7 pit bulls that got out of the backyard. First of all, whoever owned those 7 pit bulls ought to be in jail for animal cruelty and abuse. And then they need to go to jail for manslaughter because their animals killed some guy. All pit bulls. Oh, but it's just the way that they're loved. It's the way that they're raised. Bullshit. Bullshit. I grew up with an English it was a mix. It was an English bulldog pit. He looked more like an English bulldog, but still, I saw what he done. I saw what he done. He didn't give a fuck. He yoked my cousin up on the back of the fucking sofa, had her strangled, and was about to kill her. And we had him as a puppy, baby. So bullshit. You can tell that to somebody who didn't have family that was almost murdered by the family dog when he was not provoked at all. You can tell that bullshit to somebody who ain't seen it firsthand. I used to dog watch. Last year, actually. I used to go into people's houses and stay with their animals while they were on vacation or out of town or handling business or whatever. And one of my old employers had a pit bull. This pit bull just randomly showed up on the winery property one day, right? And they took this dog in. It clearly had issues. It was real skittish. You couldn't get close to it. You couldn't pet it. Anybody that came near it, she'd start growling and get aggressive immediately. But they decided to keep the dog. And I would house watch this dog. And one time this dog tested me. I don't know why, but she jumped up and reared back like she was going to bite me, growling at me. And in that moment, looking back now, I feel like that animal was testing me to see if I was going to hit her. Listen, y'all don't give these animals enough credit. They smart. She jumped up and she reared back, growling like she jumped up and she's like, ruff, 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 like she was going to bite me. And then she rears back and starts growling like she will bite me. But she'd already came at me 2 or 3 times before she reared back on her hind leg, like, you know, backed up from me and then started growling even more. It was crazy. I wholeheartedly believe that she was trying to see if I was going to whack her or something if she misbehaved like that, because she never did it again. And after that, she actually let her guard down and like wanted to be all over me all the time. Listen, somebody had beat that dog bad, clearly. I believe that their current owner probably didn't treat him the best either. But this was not the only time I saw this animal do this. I seen this animal do this to children. I saw this animal do this to me. After that, she was fine. But that dog's going to end up killing somebody for real or hurting somebody. And That's the shit I'm talking about. You know, people see stuff like that and be like, oh, she didn't mean it. No, bitch. Straight to the Humane Society, not around my fucking children. She needs to be put down. Once an animal has already been aggressive like that, hell no. I've seen too many times. That poor guy. I feel bad for the guy that died. I really do. I got way too much red stuff on. And it's supposed to be, listen, I'm about to put bronzer on. It'll be fine. The poor old guy died. He died. He's dead. Never to be seen again. R.I.P. All because he wanted to, what, look cute with a bunch of damn heathen dogs that are aggressive and huge? Like, what was the purpose? I mean, I know what the purpose was, psychologically speaking, because anyone that's confident doesn't feel the need to overcompensate with wild fucking animals that could kill somebody. It's not really smart. You know, what was really disturbing to me was the fact that he was in a park. Tell me that you are not responsible enough to be considered an adult without telling me that you're not responsible enough. Like, you know, it's just crazy, because I know exactly what type of dogs they're talking about. I've seen them all over the internet and stuff. And like these dogs, I saw, there's a video going around of one of them that's at a food bowl eating, and he's like, and they've done stitched it 1,000 times. And the guy's laying in bed. He's like, the dog walks up. The dog's like, I want to go outside. And the man's like, oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. Because the dog is so big. So he's the one, you know, that's dominant in the relationship, bossing the human around. That's how big this dog is. And I just think that personally, or logically, that you would have to be very irresponsible to put other people in danger like that. I mean, you know, the little old lady was mauled to death by dogs. The one guy was, he appeared to be homeless. He was on a bicycle. He had a lot of stuff on the bicycle, and 7 dogs had broken out of a fence, and they went over and tore him apart 20 something minutes. He was being attacked by 7 dogs. He died. He later succumbed to his injuries in the hospital. I don't understand why these people are not punished. The owners. I feel like it's one of those things. If you know that, you know, your insurance company is not going to insure your home because you have a pit bull, and you keep that pit bull, at that point, you're assuming responsibility for any shenanigans that goes down. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's the case. That's absolutely the case. They will not insure pit bulls. Non-insurable. Because they're so aggressive. Because of the statistics. Because of what we know statistically about how they kill, how often they kill, and their propensity for violence and snapping. No matter how you raise them, unfortunately, I don't make the science. The science is the science. It does not matter how you raise them. All of these cases are different. It's definitely the breed. And if I see anybody with a pit bull, I walk the opposite way, because I don't deal with that shit. I love animals. Not those animals. Those are not animals. Those are wild dogs, babe. You know? Wild dogs. Wild mutts. Anybody that's ever watched Judge Judy knows about pit bull bites and attacks and deaths. She's been covering it for, what, 30 years on her channel? And people still go out and buy them damn things. I think it's irresponsible as a parent to have that around your children. I think you're asking for it, and when something happens, just know it was your fault. I just don't understand why people like that. Hey, Laura. Good morning. You found a place to stay. Good. An Airbnb, I hope. How long were y'all... So you were staying with your parents there while you were in town? I hope that you guys can, like, still get together for Christmas, but I know that, you know, life is not always that easy, unfortunately. What am I looking for? You know, listen. I think that's it. I wasn't even really wanting to do makeup. I think that's the first time I've done makeup, and I don't even know how long. I just wanted to look alive. Look alive, look alive, you know? Look alive, look alive. Ooh, anyone caught line will be blocked. I wish it was permanent, but unfortunately, YouTube is on some bullshit. Oh. YouTube has not regulated this platform since they invented it. They need to. They need to. I wonder what Brett's planning to do. I wonder if she should just open her own channel. I mean, it would go, like, literally, she'd have millions of subscribers, like, overnight. I don't know why she just doesn't, like, do her channel, her own channel. And it's crazy because I don't know how these social media platforms can have this much control over these creators. It's crazy to me. Like, the Daily Wire essentially owns Brett Cooper's channel. And they did prior. They hired Brett to tell, you know, to do in the comment section with Brett Cooper. And now she's leaving. She's leaving. She left. She left December 10th was her last day working for the Daily Wire, which is crazy. Here's another thing, though. Her best friend is taking over her position. Listen, y'all know how I was going to write some stories to teach, like, good morals and values? This is a perfect example of what you don't do as a friend. If you and your friend are best friends, and then you asked your friend to be a maid of honor in your wedding, and she does so, and you guys are super close, then a social media network comes to you and says, hey, we know that your friend is running in the comment section right now, but we would like to hire you instead and push her out. What do? What does a real friend do? What you don't do is what this little hussy did. Go in and take over the comment section as if you started it, as if somebody even knows who the fuck you are. First of all, who are you? You're Brett Cooper's best friend. Yeah, you were Brett Cooper's maid of honor. Listen, from my understanding, Brett is under an NDA and she can't talk about a lot of stuff. There's been other creators that work for the Daily Wire that came out and said the same thing. I simply can't talk about it. Why she left, why she was leaving. I have no doubt that something happened. Clearly, Brett does not seem happy with this decision, and she almost sounded like she was choking up in her, you know, video where she was telling everybody goodbye. What the hell? But what you don't do, hypothetically, if you have a friend at work, you and say, hey, we're looking to exile this person. Do you want their position? If that's your friend, you politely decline. That's the honorable thing to do. That's the virtuous thing to do. You don't say, oh yeah, I'll take that. Fuck my friend. Like, how did we get here? Because I just feel like I'm living in the twilight. This little hussy that's now running the comment section, first of all, I don't like her. I can tell she's a fake freaking friend. Her demeanor screams manipulative. And that's just a basic, 2-second psychology grasp that I grasped from her. She's probably been trying to go from producer to host for years. See, she was a producer for the Daily Wire. And then all of a sudden, they push her front and center in Brett's job. Like, we're just supposed to accept this and not ask questions. Hold up, wait a minute. Who is she again? Oh, that's right. She was Brett Cooper's best friend. She was Brett Cooper's maid of honor. It was never in the comment section with Brett Cooper's best friend. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that people have not been unsubscribing. You know, the Daily Wire at this point doesn't have a great track record of treating their host. It seems like, you know, between the whole Candace situation where Ben Shapiro was clearly in the wrong talking about Candace at a damn dinner banquet. Bro, this woman makes you how much money and you're over here talking shit behind her back? That's a fake friend. And y'all know I like Ben, but I'm just telling you how you behave when you have true friendships. What you don't do is get sloshed, go on stage at a banquet, and talk about the one person who's probably making you more money off of views than anybody else at the Daily Wire, including yourself. You know why? Because Candace has a way of reaching multiple genres of people. That's some fake bullshit right there. So clearly it happens with the elites too. They're ignorant. They don't know how to behave in relationships. But I feel horrible for Brett. It doesn't, to me, from my basic understanding, nobody's given an explanation why she left the comment section, why she's no longer going to be working for the Daily Wire. And it seems like they don't want to talk about it. Go figure. And I feel horrible for her. She seems hurt, and I'm surprised that more people have not went and unsubscribed to the comment section and is now called the comment section. It will not be the same, in my opinion, without Brett. Brett was the face of the show. She was 80% of everything that show was. Without her, it'll probably still go on, because I was looking at the views. I went and unsubscribed, and actually I even left a comment. I said, oh wow, so you stole Brett's channel. Unsubscribed. Like, seriously, like, what is going on here? Y'all think that y'all can just do a bait and switch and nobody's going to ask anything? I'm not watching that shit anymore. Without her, it's worthless. It's sad. I just hope that she knows that, you know, sometimes these things happen for a reason. And I think that, judging by the fact that her best friend is essentially betraying her in front of millions of people, and the Daily Wire is backing this bitch like it's not a problem, goes to show that poor old Brett is probably having a pivotal moment in her young life, realizing that everybody she's surrounded herself with are fakes. So, the betrayal. I feel horrible for her. I feel absolutely horrible for her. And I think that I hope that she learns during this time that the majority of people that she will meet in life will be just like this girl. And the Daily Wire, who used her, exploited her. You know, there's no, I don't even know how many views Brett's channel has had, but I would be willing to bet that it's close to the billions. There's a way to look. If you go, you can go. I don't have that right now, but I bet that she's had billions of views. And, you know, people like her who are authentic, who genuinely have a passion for tech, people like that. Her best friend, I'll never understand why that girl was your best friend, girl. I can tell that y'all are complete polar opposites. I don't even need to hang out with y'all to know that y'all are polar opposites. Your friend is nothing like you, but your friend, in my opinion, has probably been in competition with you since she met you. The level of betrayal to invite somebody to your wedding, your maid of honor takes your job and helps show that you were the face of, that you essentially, yes, the comment section was around before Brett ran the comment section, but she was hired to run the comment section, and that's when it took off. So, you know, she helped create this. She was the face that created this. And I just hope that she learns from this and grows from it and comes back stronger than ever, because you can best believe that there's tons of people out here with contracts ready to get her in the door, give her a show, roll out the red carpet, make everything she needs readily available for her to continue to do what she's been doing. You best believe that there's people ready to go to bat for her to make more content. So she has the resources she needs to do whatever she wants to do, whether she wants to continue in news, whether she wants to continue, you know, a branch off of in the comment section. I don't know if she can. They might have trademarked that name, but you know what I mean. She can do whatever she wants to do. But I hope that I want the young generation, people under 25, to look at this situation and understand that, yes, just because that's your maid of honor does not mean that you are subject not to get fucked over by that person. And more often than not, your friends are going to be the ones that betray you because they are the ones in your immediate circle. Everybody that you have in your teen years, 20s, and hell, even some in your 30s, they're going to come and go. They're going to come and go. And the majority of these friendships are not lasting friendships. And it's unfortunate, but, you know, the level of betrayal, man. And I'm just sitting over here, I'm like, damn, I wonder what else kind of dirt this girl done did to Brett. If this is what we know of, if she stole her career, her platform, and her job at the Daily Wire, what else has she been doing behind the scenes? Like, Jesus, is she sleeping with her husband too? Because, you know, Brett just got married. So, like, you got to be careful. It's the ones in your closest circle that'll do you dirty. And, you know, once again, they're so different. I just don't understand. They're so different. I don't know why Brett was even hanging out with that girl, but I guess because she was a producer on the show. I get it. I get it. You get close to the people that you work with. I had an itch. I get it. I hope that she makes a yes, I love Candace. That's a great idea to talk to Candace. Quality over quantity, absolutely. Yeah, it's always sorry. So y'all. Oh Lord. Anyways, yeah, I feel really bad for Brett. I wish that she could talk about it. I hope that maybe we'll find out something new by Monday. I'm just telling you right now, if I had a best friend, all right, here's a perfect example. Say I hired a videographer, and me and this videographer, say this person helped me out so much for a couple years, helped get my channel more, you know, views and stuff, and then say I had a company like the Daily Wire come in and say, hey, we'll give you $1 million if you fire your videographer and let us follow you around instead. We'll give you a contract. Absolutely not. Excuse me? He comes with me. He's part of the deal. She, he, it. That drone is part of the deal. Do you see what I'm saying? There's certain ways that you absolutely operate in life to be loyal to the people that have been loyal to you. And when you're in a friendship, relationship, family-ship, let's not forget the bare minimum is loyalty, honesty, and respect. If you have those three things, that relationship will stay. You're going to have the foundation for a great relationship. If you throw those things out the window, you're going to fall, that relationship will fall into chaos. Abuse, toxicity. You know, I understand that this is like corporate America, you know, media, production. They're making millions off of this. But in my opinion, I don't think Brett would have ever sold her friend out like her friend sold her out. There's just, you know, if, you know, friendships are so hard to come by. Money is not. Money can always be made if you apply yourself. Friends are few, far, and in between. And this girl that screwed over Brett made one of the dumbest decisions in her entire life. Because I just feel like I understand that Brett is a social media personality, and these parasocial relationships are not set in stone. But some people, you can just tell, once again, going back to auras, they have a light within them that is different from the rest of the world, and they operate a little differently. And Brett, through her post and her work in the comments section, we have been able to see that not only is she authentic, but she's a genuine soul. She's a little bit of an old soul. She's a farm galley that, you know, likes simple things. And people like that are few, far, and in between. And her friend, however, seems to be the complete opposite. More money driven, more materialistic, simple-minded. Sorry, I don't like this girl, y'all. I don't like her. It pisses me off what she's done. But, you know, when opportunities arise to screw over, betray, talk poorly about your friend, you don't do it. That's not a true friend. You're a puppet. You're a sheep. You're a vagina. You know? Like, it's just so screwed up. I just feel like they need to teach moral lessons in school. Like, can we not have just one class on morals? Oh. When the CEO of your company comes to you after 20 years of work and offers you more money to fire your best friend who's been your best friend for 20 years in the same company, what do? You respectfully decline, unless you just don't want to have that friend no more. And I'm just saying, my friendships are more important to me than any damn contract. But that's probably why I don't have a job. Seriously. Y'all know I would have been up in there. Oh, hell no. What y'all done to her? I would have damn. Daily Wire, what's going on? I would have tore that place apart the moment December 10th, when Brett was on YouTube talk about, oh, this is going to be my last one, guys. I'm going to be leaving the Daily Wire. I would have been like, what the hell are y'all doing up in here? Y'all ruining everything. Y'all ruined it. Seriously, though. I feel for her. I feel like this is a pivotal moment in her life that she'll probably talk about someday. The betrayal of a company she worked for quite a while, years, and then the betrayal of her maid of honor scooping in and scooping up her job, swooping in and scooping up her job. Like, it can't feel good, man. Especially when all of your hard work, that's what I was looking at. I was like, damn. Everything she ever did is under ownership of the Daily Wire. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe my YouTube channel ain't that bad. I'm like, at least I own my content in some sense. I mean, you know, this is my channel. It could be worse. I could be working for the Daily Wire. I think that she should go big. I think she should open up like 2-3 channels and just go big, you know, do it herself. There are people that would literally work for her for free until she got her start. Now, I'm sure she's going to probably go on with another, probably news agency. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I would think someone of her status would have people lining up at her door with, like I said, ready to roll out the red carpet to whatever she wants, because they know how creative she is. They know how authentic, and, you know, she works hard. I saw some people in the comments saying, oh, well, she didn't really work anyway. She was just the face of... No, you don't even understand. That girl has personality. That girl has spaz. You know what I mean? And not many people have the balls to say half of the stuff she does. That wasn't the Daily Wire just pushing her. A lot of that content was her own interest. So she was more than just a host. It's just crazy because even down to her mannerisms, she's different, you know? And there's a genuineness to her that I do believe other media agencies will see value in. So we'll see what happens. Will she open up her own channel? I think that that would be in her best interest. I think she would get millions of followers overnight. Will she open up her own channel? I don't know. Will she sign with another media agency? Probably, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, God. I always wonder if anybody ever responds to that. Yeah, sure. You want to meet it too? I'll be down by the boardwalk. You want to meet me? Bring your duct tape and handcuffs. And you know what? I'll bring my own body bag. Yeah, sure. I wonder how many girls respond to dates on YouTube. I've never seen it, but, we do know that, yeah, there's a lot of sketchy shit that goes on here. Tell me why when I first opened my channel, people would send me money with their phone number attached, and they'd be like, oh, let's go out, or, oh, call me, like, we can meet up. Like, I don't know what they thought. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, I think they thought that I was going to, like, hook up with them or something, and it's crazy because that really goes back to what I say about how you get to be a certain level of poor and people want to use you because of that. Because this was at the same time where I was living in my car, and just like today, I can't afford shit. And I would talk about that, and then some guys would send me like $5 on there and ask me to like contact them. So they were hoping that I'd be like, sure, and then go hook up with them for fucking money. Don't be naive, because the amount of people that did this and also asked me when I would not call them, then they'd send me another $1 or $2 and be like, oh, well, what about pics? Nudes. What a bunch of weirdos. See, those are the type of people that's wrong with the world. That's what's wrong with the world. People like that. I mean, just complete disgust. Yeah, for real. That's what I said. And you know what, Laura? They're the same type of people that won't even be able to hold a conversation. You ask this man, well, what's your favorite color? He's like, I don't know. Be like, oh, okay. Do you have a good relationship with your mother? Yeah, I see her. Oh, okay. What about your father? I don't know. I don't want to talk about this. Stop dealing with people like that. They're not right in the head. They're not mature enough to even be talking to on that level. It's like pulling teeth, trying to get answers out of somebody. Don't accept that. Tell them to fuck off. Oh my God, like that trend, the Christmas trend, or no, the rent. I can't pay the rent trend. Have y'all seen that with the women? So let's talk about this because this is interesting. So women have been going up to their husbands and they're like, I can't pay the rent this month. Now, currently in America, most couples are on a 50-50 type of relationship. 50, they both pay the rent. They both pay the mortgage. That's a lot of young Americans because they have to, because the economy is so bad. A lot of married couples, it's a little different. The older, the from the 40s to the 50s to the 60s to the 70s, it's a lot different. The older, the more chance of the man working and the woman staying home to take care of kids. Anyways, there's a trend where women are going up to their spouse and they're saying, hey, honey, it's Christmas time. I don't have my half of the rent this month. I don't know what this means for us. Like, I'm flat broke. And the husband, thinking that this is real, he has a response. Well, I saw one with this sorry excuse of a man on a couch. And this woman says, I don't have my half of the rent. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do about it? All of a sudden, I was just divorced. I don't know where he went. I ain't seen him in months, officer. He says, well, what do you want me to do about it? And he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You need to pick up an extra shift. You need to pull double. You need to do this. You need to do that. And she's like, well, I'm not going to be able to do that. Da, 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 da. And finally, he just shuts down. Like, he was already shut down to start with. He literally was giving one-worded answers. And I feel so bad for that woman. I think that she thought that it was funny. He was dead ass. He was dead ass. He says, he barely said anything, like I said. First of all, just the fact that she is married to this poor, wretched soul is so sad. I feel so bad for her. The marriage will not last. Tell me how I know. Because he doesn't know how to communicate. He doesn't have big boy words. You need big boy words to be in a marriage. It's imperative. It's non-negotiable. Women and men. Women and men. So, you know, the fact that he's incapable of communicating to his wife or even rationalizing a statement, like he can't even complete a full sentence, was crazy to me. Second of all, the fact that she thinks it's cute tells me that she's too immature to be in this marriage. I'm not saying that he should have jumped up and said, oh, I got the rent. No. But there should have been a process of this conversation that never took place between two adults, one of which is playing a prank on her husband. That tells me a lot. But there was no conversation. It was very quick, simple-minded. There was no information. Like, it broke my heart for both of them because they don't even know. Like, they're so stupid, they don't even know they're stupid. But there was multiple other ones where the women would ask their husbands, oh, I don't have the mortgage. What are we going to do? And he's like, what are you talking about? I pay the mortgage. He's like, you don't even know how to pay the mortgage. If it was left up to you, we'd be on the streets. Hilarious. Now, those I love. But also, there was some other good ones where, like, people who shared the rent, the girl would say, hey, I don't have the money. And the guy would say, oh, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Like, I've got it. Like, it's fine. It's Christmas. I understand, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I think that there were some that were enduring and showed that these people were compatible. It's like, okay, yeah, they're together. I even saw one with a father who just had a newborn baby. And the woman says, I ain't gonna be able to pay the rent. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you ain't never paid the rent. And she's like, yeah, well, she says something. She's like hinting at the fact that she's a bum because he pays all the bills. And he's like, no, you do your job. And he's holding this newborn baby. He's like, this is your job. That is your job. That is your job. He's pointing out kids. I guess they had 3 or 4 kids because he's like, this is your job. He's like, I've got that. So a lot of them were very heartwarming, sweet, traditional. But the ones that I've seen where the men immediately shut down and they're incapable of even confronting this problem head on and or helping their wives or girlfriends come up with reasonable solutions is what's concerning to me. Sometimes us women have problems and we come to y'all simply just wanting validation and maybe some help, solutions. Like, I don't think that went the way that wife was expecting it to go, which is what the nervous laughing comes from in the video. But you know, she turns it into like kind of like a ha ha ha, he's cute. No, girl, he's a man child. His whole demeanor was uninterested, and his whole demeanor was demeaning when she says this. And I mean, it's just, I don't know how people can see stuff like that and not realize that it is not a healthy relationship. But I have the capabilities of looking into that and being like, whoa, wait a minute. Girl, you need to run. First of all, you are with a man that is incapable of speaking. Listen, stop giving hurt losers chances, women and men. If they are not willing to sit down and have a conversation, you need to hit the door, because that is going to be a temporary thing. And you're dealing with a child. Adults use big girl words, big boy words. We talk, we discuss these things rationally. We talk about our feelings and emotions because you have to be a stable adult. Stop falling for people who are so guarded and then use the excuse, oh, I'm damaged. Okay, well, you need a therapist and you don't need a relationship, because your damage is going to fall over into my damn life. Tell me how I know. And I've been that person too. I've absolutely been that person too. So I see both sides, but what I am saying is if they are incapable of communicating, they're incapable of being in a relationship that is stable. And I see men all the time out here that are fucking brutes. Y'all got everything. Y'all got a career, beautiful wife, beautiful children, and y'all walk around mad at the fucking world. My father was like that, and because of that, I dated people like that. The man I'm going to marry is outgoing, outspoken, loud as hell. I don't know. I might end up with the quiet type because I'm so loud. But, like, I really do feel like my dream guy would be just as, like, we would feed off of each other's bullshit, you know? Like, we would always be, like, you know, playing and, like, thinking outside the box and just, you know, imagining things together and, like, playful. That would be my ideal relationship, to be with somebody who's playful, who's spunky, who's, you know, maybe not as loud as me, but definitely is rational. They need to talk about things. They need to settle things in a positive way, like a healthy way. They would sit down, discuss disagreements, and rationalize a plan to fix it. I've never had that with anybody because everybody I've ever dated was incapable of communicating. Incapable. But, you know, I once again believed that, you know, they were just damaged people like me. Listen. Yes, they were damaged, but they were also dumb as I was. So we didn't need to be in a relationship. Oh. Let's go skate. Y'all want to skate? I got to change, but I can't do it here. And I'm sweating so bad today. I don't know why. This deodorant, I'm going to throw it away. That's absolutely what it's about. It's all about working together to make each other happy. And that's another thing, like, I told y'all about that bride that said okay, this bride and groom was getting married, and at the wedding, the official is like starting to officiate the wedding, and he says to the groom, "Do you have your vows?" And the groom says, "Yeah, I remember them by heart." And he says something to the fact that he can't wait to slap her ass every day for the rest of his life. This poor girl pulls out vows, and she starts reading these vows, talking about how much she loves him and she appreciates him and she's going to honor him in sickness and health. And then the preacher looks back at the groom and says, "You sure you don't have anything else you'd like to say? You don't want any regrets down the road?" And this asshole says, "No, that's it." How heartbreaking. How heartbreaking. How long you think it'll last? I think less than a year. And he'll probably end up cheating on her, but she'll probably end up staying, so maybe they'll stay together. Because your self-esteem has to be at rock bottom to marry a fool like that. You really got to be polluted in heart, soul, and mind by a person to believe that that is acceptable behavior. I mean, it's crazy. Let's find some clothes. It's just sad. It's just sad. You know, anybody, first of all, this is why I tell people to get comfortable alone. Because in order to love yourself, you have to respect yourself. You know, like, and the best way to respect yourself is to become comfortable in your own skin being alone. Once you start to appreciate solitude and isolation, maybe like 2 years after that, you might be ready for a relationship. And I'm saying because I feel like in 2 or 3 years, I might be ready for a relationship. I'm not ready right now. I got a lot going on. But I've got a lot of self-healing going on, you know? And I want to stay on that path. And if I get a boyfriend, it'll fuck up all of my healing. See, that's what happens. That's why alone time is imperative, and not jumping from relationship to relationship is the way to go. The only way to heal is not jumping from relationship to relationship. You stunt your healing and your, like, development when you're bouncing from person to person, man or woman. You have to deal with things in life, and it doesn't happen overnight. I just started grieving my mother's death a few months back. She died in 2007. You know what I mean? When I was young, I really looked at it as it's out of my control. She's in a better place. And I really didn't think about it for like 10 years. I really got angry when I was in prison, thinking about my mother's death. So for a long time, I didn't think about it, because every time I thought about it, I would get angry at the fact that God had taken her from me. So it was only probably 2 or 3 months ago that I even started thinking about that and truly grieving the loss of my mother almost 20 years later. Sometimes it takes people a while to heal from things. But if you never take that time and process who you are and what got you where you are, you're not going to grow. You're going to stay stagnant, bitter. You end up bitter. You end up angry at the world, you know? Like, you have to take time to heal from things, especially if you've had bad relationships. And like me, you got your ass whooped, got assaulted, treated like shit by people. You have to process that and deal with that. You can't just let some man SA you that you were in a relationship with, beat the hell out of you, stuff you full of drugs. I can't just get clean and think, oh, I'm ready for a relationship. No. No. Maybe in 10 years, you know? Like, there's a process. And doing the same shit over and over. Insanity. I have a lot that I'm healing from right now. A lot. The loss of my mother, the loss of my children. A lot. A loss of my future due to charges that I didn't do. Yeah, some of them I did. But the stuff that's affecting me finding work is stuff that I didn't do. So that's really hard to deal with. And it's that flower has multiple petals. And it's not a flower, it's an onion. There's multiple layers. That's an onion. That's not a good thing, it's a bad thing. I do like the flower analogy though. Oh, let me turn it. I do like that up there. I don't know if you can hear me as good as you typically can, but I do like that up there. Now you can see back here. Look at that. You can see my home. Hello. This is my home. This is Betty. Not the pillow, the truck. The truck is Betty. This is Betty. I've had Betty for 4.5 years. Four and a half years. My armpits are so sweaty. I hate that. I wonder why. I wonder if it's the damn... my suitcase, one of them. I've got 2. The other one is a kitchen now. When I go back up north, I'm building something. You guys gonna build it with me? If y'all have some ideas at the end of this video, please drop it. If you have any ideas for a build in, I'm gonna remove all of this and I'm actually gonna build something in here when I go back up north. So this container is falling apart on the bottom. The bottom, I guess my fat ass finally broke it. Listen, I gained like 4 pounds, so that's what did it. That's what did it. I wanted a cute shirt to go with this to skate. That don't even match, Brooke. Damn it. I'm gonna build a base with boxes for storage, kind of like this. It's gonna be 2-foot lockers, and actually I might do 4 boxes with 4 tops that have hinges. You get it? So it'd be like this, probably 1 on each end and then 2 in the middle. And actually I'll have to figure it out. I need to like draw out a blueprint and do some measuring. I'd have to take everything out of here first though. I can make something. I know I can. It's what I'm good at. Working with my hands, building shit. I need a shirt. I guess I'm just gonna wear this one because I can't find anything that matches. So we're gonna not be matching, but it's okay. We ain't striving for perfection, honey. We striving to damn work out. ass so sweaty. My armpits are wetty. I will say that this glute routine that I've been on, it's working. My ass has literally doubled in how many weeks? How many weeks has it been? It's been 8 weeks, I do believe, since I started my glute routine and my bulk. And my ass looks like it's doubled in size. Not even exaggerating the slightest. Like my pants fit different. I have certain shorts that I can no longer wear. And it's been, hold on. I'm trying to think of how many weeks it's been. It was the second week in October when I started. No, it was the last week of October. Brooke. For approximately 5, 6, 7 approximately. So it's been approximately 7 weeks that I've been in this. And you can do it for like, different people do it different in a bulk, but I really ain't even been drinking my protein. I ain't even had nothing. Oh, I had those eggs earlier. I started to say I ain't even had nothing to eat today. Let's drink some protein before we go. I'm almost out. Shit sucks. I hate when people fucking procrastinate. It's like, dude, why you wait till I go live to give me a call? Like, piss me off without telling me you're trying to piss me off. I don't know what people think that, like, I don't know. Shut up, bro. People just get on my nerves, y'all. Oh, God. Oh, God. Want some protein? One bite? I cannot believe that them damn daycare workers are doing that shit. From what I was reading, 150% increase since 2020. So if you got kids coming home sleepy from daycare, honey, you might want to take them to the doctor and have them tested for fucking Benadryl, because it's normal now for daycare workers and school teachers to be putting Benadryl in your children's baby bottles and drinks at school. Here's my question. Would a parent be wrong if they walked up into daycare and whooped a damn woman's ass because they done doused their children with Benadryl? That's one of them vigilante cases, honey, that if it happened, I wouldn't be feeling too bad for the damn school worker. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. I saw one interview with a sheriff who said that he couldn't arrest. So first of all, there was a woman that had toddler age children in the daycare, and she was caught on video opening a pill bottle and putting Benadryl in baby bottles. She was caught on camera. Caught on camera. No denying it. She goes, she grabs the milk out of the fridge. She puts the pill in the baby bottle and the milk on top, and then shook it up and gave it to infants. This child was so little, he was in a baby swing, y'all. There was multiple times she was caught on camera doing this for the entire classroom that she had. Daycare. They also found the residue in the bottom of the bottle where the pills had stuck. So they had all of this information and evidence. And you know what the sheriff said? This is the scary part. This is the scary part. The sheriff said, well, there really wasn't a crime committed. These are over-the-counter medications. What are we supposed to charge her with? I don't think that I would be able to control my rage. You know what I mean? I don't think I'd be able to control myself if I was a parent in that position, knowing that these people have been drugging my child. I don't think I could prevent myself from driving over there and causing a scene. Like a big bloody scene, you know? You know? I'm just saying, I feel bad for any parent that has had to go through that. Apparently, this has become a huge issue. Huge, huge. Hundreds of cases. Hundreds, if not thousands, in the past 4 years. This is becoming a common thing. Now, there have been educators that were arrested, and actually, there's a long list of them. I got mug shots. These are real child abusers who go into the profession of looking after children, gearing children's early childhood development, and instead of doing their job, they're getting them so doped out on Benadryls and other over-the-counter sleep aids that these poor children just sleep all day. And then guess what happens when they go home at night and they're finally awake? Yeah, then they don't want to sleep because they've been at school asleep all day. So way to cause problems for the parents that are paying your paycheck. I mean, it's completely disgusting. People like that need to be under the jail. But they never will be because the sheriff says it's not a chargeable offense. Well, what if I go over there and knock her teeth down her throat? Is that a chargeable offense? Oh, for me, I'm going to jail because she poisoned my child with Benadryl. Oh, that's logical. Come on, man. Now too much is coming out. Ain't that crazy, y'all? Go look. Go Google it. Just Google daycare worker caught dosing children with over-the-counter meds. There'll be thousands of news articles that come up. Well, there should be. We all know how Google is. I know when I was doing my research, there was one person, a doctor, who said that there was a 150% increase since 2020 in these types of actions from educators. And you know, here's what's going to happen. Somebody's child is going to end up dead from an accidental overdose from over-the-counter medications because, like I said, some of these were infants. Somebody's child's going to accidentally end up dead before something happens. Yeah, they've arrested a long list of these women that were doing this, but it hasn't put a stop to the problem. If anything, it's catching on like wildfire. And more educators are doing it because they don't know how to do their jobs, because these people are not trained. They're not educated like they're supposed to be. And people are getting dumber. You know, they're getting lazier. People are more self-motivated than ever. So is it a surprise? No, not for me. I know the realities of these type of people anyways. We need skates. We need skates, boss. They're all the way under the mattress. Here, will you put this back up there for me? Please? Pretty please? Come on, man. You know and I figured out why my shoulder's always messed up. I guess I've been sleeping on it. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's it. I slept on it wrong. That's exactly what it's been coming from. All right, I'm gonna grab my skates. You know what's crazy is that even though I haven't been training abs, my abs still feel like my stomach feels flat from the training that I did do. It's crazy because I'm in a bulk, so I'm gaining weight, but I'm only gaining weight in my ass. That's what's crazy. Like my stomach is not gaining weight and my arms and all of that, my boobs have gained some weight, but that's where I wanted it. So I'm not complaining. the other damn skate? Oh my god. This shit. Oh wow. Where the freak? Oh my god, y'all. Alright, I found it. And I also found a cute pair of pants and a shirt. I didn't know this stuff was under here. Alright, listen, the bed's just gonna have to be the bed for a minute. I ain't putting this shit back right now because I'm gonna have to do it when I get done skating. I just feel like there needs to be a deep psychological evaluation before we let people around children and women. And I'm talking about cops, I'm talking about educators, I'm talking about everybody, doctors. Hello, nice bikes. There's some badass bikes, expensive ass bikes. They got them damn, the ones that like self-power or whatever. Some of them e-bikes, y'all, are thousands of dollars. It's crazy to me. Crazy. I mean, I guess it's a small investment. You can always get your money back. You know, it's one of those things where if you take care of it, you could resell it. But I just ain't never damn had $1,000 to spend on nothing like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me. Rich people shit. What do I know? Yeah, I've been looking for another coat. Look, I found one. It's clean. All of that stuff back there was fall over storage. I've been looking for like comfortable shit to wear. There it is. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. All right, here. Don't put the dirty part on your thingy-madoodle. First thing we gotta do is find a bathroom, because y'all know I always have to pee. I'm like a little kid, ain't I? Well, it's because I drink so much water in my defense. That's how I stay beautiful. Listen. You gotta drink your water, man. Men are supposed to have somewhere between like 3.5 and 4 liters a day. That's with an L. Yep, L, liters. Women are supposed to have 3 liters a day. Some of y'all don't even drink 1 bottle a day. 8 ounces of water. Ask me how I know. Listen. My pants ain't acting right. Or my socks. I'm not even gonna match, but I don't care. Do I look like I give 2 fucks or a fern? I ain't got a fern to give, you know what I mean? It's a nice day. It's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day. I hope all of y'all enjoyed my Bill Withers playlist, because I saw you weirdos looking at that too. Who damn goes and looks at somebody's playlist? I don't know. What'd y'all think I was watching? What'd y'all think was gonna be on there? Who doesn't love some Bill Withers? If you don't like Bill Withers, you're too young for me, bro. You know what I mean? Got hair everywhere. I'm wondering if I'm gonna need a jacket, because God knows. A lovely day. Oh, thank you, Laura. It's raining in Cali. It's supposed to rain here in the afternoon. Maybe. I hope not. Sorry, I was just making sure I didn't miss nothing, because I always do. I always do. Oh, God. Hey, Kevin. Jennifer. Jennifer. Hello, hello. Gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day. Let's see if I can bust my ass first thing off the gate. Ooh. Oh, they're too loose. I need to tighten them up. Damn it. There we go. I got these for my birthday like 4 or 5 years ago. Literally one of the best birthday gifts I've ever got, because I actually have used the hell out of them. I use them all the time. Well, when I'm in Florida or South Carolina or the weather's nice, I like to go out and skate. It's a great way to do the glutes. It's also a great way to just like be active. But it is harder to find places to skate nowadays than it was in the 80s, for sure. Hell, a lot of parks don't even like you in there skating, you know what I mean? Come with me. Cometh with me, my child. Cometh. My pants are doing something weird, man. It's because of the socks. They're like up my arse and other parts. Alright, there we go. Fixed it. Do I need those? Yeah, let's do those. They're okay. Oh, I was trying to turn this around. It won't let me. They're okay. They're not in bad condition. I mean, they still look good after like 4 or 5 years. I hope you can see them. Shit, I guess I'm gonna leave my headphones because that's not working. Where's my key? Look at how pretty the trees are here. My makeup didn't come out bad. It could be worse. I think I'm a little dark, but I wish they worked better. I usually wear bell bottoms, so whatever. But there's like a lot of debris here. They feel great. I just want to check the wheels and make sure that you're not like falling apart, because sometimes this ground vibrates your brakes out. That's how I felt. Remember last year when I took a nosedive and then freaking lost? I got like road burn on my kneecap. It was bad. It was freaking thick. You could have fit the damn end of a penny down in that shit. My whole leg was bleeding. I went flying through the air, scuffed up my Nixon. I was mad about that. I don't know why I wouldn't be safe. I only have 3 weapons strapped to me right now. Make sure of that. Speaking of which, thank you for bringing that up. Oh, I've had one. Boom. Hold on one second. And there's security in here. Tons of cops in here. I just saw one over there. I love to be, and that's why I like it here, because there's cops. I ain't got to worry about no meth heads in here. Meth heads are not going to pay the $5 to get in this beautiful park. Looking for glasses. I always regret taking them, but then if I forget them. You can't see that on my back, can you? Oh shit, I guess you can. I guess you can. Oh well. Well, I just don't want people to think I'm carrying like a gun, you know what I mean? All right, let's go. Which way am I going? Closest bathroom's this way. Gonna be a lovely day, lovely day. Oh, I can't see the ground. See, that's every time. I'm like, let me take my glasses. And then I take my glasses and I'm like, shit, I can't see the ground. So you have to scope out. Damn it, it won't let me turn it around. I have to scope out the ground before I can like see all of that debris. Your eyes constantly have to be on the ground so that you don't bust your ass. And I've only had a problem with like one person in here, and it was that weird guy that kept showing up on the damn skateboard trying to talk to me. Like, sir, what part of I don't speak to strangers do you not understand? It's kind of crazy to be a 30-something-year-old woman saying that, but like, you have to. People are vampire energies, y'all, and they will come in your aura trying to latch on to you. We don't speak to strangers, and we don't meet people off the internet, and we don't talk to people from the internet in public. You know, there's certain things you don't do. It's crazy I gotta say this. Maybe I should put it on some t-shirts. I don't talk to strangers. You know what I mean? You know, that alone would be enough. That's another thing. Graphic tees, I've noticed, are a conversation starter for perverts. They love to use like a band tee as a reason. Oh, you like, hold on. Oh, you like ZZ Top? No, I don't. My boyfriend made me wear this. You know what I mean? Like, pay attention to, I don't wear band t-shirts a lot because of that anymore. How sad. Because everybody thought they could talk to me just because I got on a damn Blink 182 shirt or a Dark Side of the Moon shirt, you know? Like, it's so weird, but going back to some people will interject themselves any way possible because they just want to have any attention from you. We're going up here to this pretty part. I can get my ass up this hill. It's a hill. Also bathroom. Yay! Beautiful botanical gardens. I don't know what you can see. The sun's in my face, so. This wind today. We're going back out to the street. I'm so mad that my camera won't turn around. I don't know why it does that. The wind. It's so bad today. Jeez Louise. Oh, let's get this way. Huh? I can't see. I'm sorry, y'all. I miss everything. There you go. Great. That's a great idea, Kevin. I'll do that. I should. Just, oh, what if it was a picture of Jesus and it just says, this is my husband or whatever? Look how pretty. Can y'all see? That water is up today, boy. I can see it. I think they had the red flag out, which means that you can't swim. Oh, he's handsome. Baby's handsome. I want a fur baby. Maybe one day. Ooh. 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 See, that was like a border collie off a leash. That doesn't even bother me. But if it would have been a pit bull, I would have been running the opposite way. That wind got me, man. That wind is rough. I bet there ain't even no soap in here. My pants. 1 minute, they're not up high enough. The next minute, they're up too high. Make up your damn mind. Oh God. This water doesn't even work. I love that idea. People are a trip. I'll just be ignoring people because it's better than damn, yeah, stressing. All right. I wish I could turn my camera around. I'm so mad at YouTube. It's either the phone or the app. I don't know. I don't really care. I just wish it worked. Because I wanted to show you my cool skates. There's actually quite a bit of debris on the ground today from the wind. Hope I can remember where I parked. Ooh, we starting to go fast. I'm gonna bust my ass. Oh God. Ooh. Tons of debris. Sticks everywhere, big sticks, little sticks. Sticks everywhere. Oh man, there's too many leaves. I wanted to go play over there. Too many leaves. There's a car coming, Brooke. You're gonna get hit. Pay attention. I was not paying attention. Here comes a car. Will you come on so I can go? Because this concrete's too thick. There we go. Ugh. I don't know what's been going on with me, but I just haven't been in the mood to work out. I think it's ovulation. That shit sucks. Because you don't want to do nothing for like 10 days. You feel lethargic. And then you feel good for like a day. And then you go back to feeling like shit for another like 7. It's like, wow, that sucks. You know, you would think by now they'd have a pill for that. To actually cure or assist with like PMDD or premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMS. Hell no. But they got a pill that'll get your penis hard though. Several. The beach is over there. It's a long road. Long ass road. I can't see. I'm gonna bust my ass because I can't see. There we go. And I've actually been working on stuff. Week before last, I was working on my moves on these things. My lifts, my jumps. And then I started feeling depressed again. And this is the first time I've been on skates in like a week. Looking for somewhere to set my camera down. Probably my stand. I should have just brought the damn stand and carried my stand with me. It'd be like carrying the damn stand. It looks like a stick man. Oh, that's what we should call him. Stick man the stand. My stick boyfriend. He follows me around and does all of my recordings. He holds my camera for me. He's my videographer. Where did I park? I think this is it, but I'm not sure. Because I usually don't park over here. I was just trying to get away from people. I always go to like the deepest black hole of like, I'm gonna find like a cave and bunker up in it with no people. Seriously, I always go to like the farthest back that I can isolate from people wherever I am. Like if it's a theater, I'm usually like near an exit, over off to the side where you won't notice me. The debris, man, is so bad today. Y'all see all this shit on the ground? It doesn't help. They usually come through here and they'll leaf blow shit, but the wind is hell today. Oh God, what's going on? There we go. No, but it's mine. You shut the fuck up. Bye. What is wrong with people, y'all? I'm so sorry. People are crazy, ain't they? So I've been working on my back side over. It's actually quite hard, especially when you get going fast because of your balance. But that's one of my favorites is the crossover. There's so much shit right here. I'm gonna find my stand. And crossover. It's actually really easy. Not that easy on these. I need to loosen these wheels up. It would help. All right, let me find the stand. What is wrong with people? I'm sorry that he's been cussing y'all out and I couldn't find it. Lord. Go little rock star. I done left it somewhere, probably. I guess I left it somewhere because it's gone. It's gone. Unless I set it in the back. Let's see. Lord. Nope, it's gone. Damn, I done left that son of a bitch somewhere. Where's the last place that we had it? At the, where we was yesterday. I don't remember. Did I put it in the oven? Where the Well, I guess it's gone. Oops, shit happens. Let me pick my glasses up before I lose them damn things. Oh, I'm gonna go to a different part of the park because I don't like this part. Not doing anything. Yeah, for real. That's what we were talking about yesterday or day before yesterday when I said that. Where's my hairbrush now? The majority of people, They put blinders up to issues and problems. Sorry, I'm gonna fix that. And they just ignore the problem instead of trying to fix it. And I think I did that for a long time because that's how I was like led to believe that we're supposed to live, because I saw my parents live that way, and then I saw everybody else around me live that way for so long. But fixing the issues that people ignore every day is addressing those issues and then fixing them. Is self-development, you know, it's self-growth. That's how you learn. That's how you come into wisdom, is by healing and making changes inside within yourself. Like, I look back at like 25-year-old me and I was still a child, which is crazy. Hey, Teresa. Yeah. Jordan said that you're supposed to wait like 18 months after you go through something to process it. So that's usually the rule of thumb. It's kind of crazy. It took me 20 years to grieve my mother almost. But yeah, he says that when you go through something, you set on it for a little while. And then after about, 18 months, maybe a few, like 2 years, you can start to write about it, journal it, see how that makes you feel. Maybe talk to a psychiatrist, do some talk therapy. And then go through the process of what you need to do to fix it, because it's going to be different for every case. Like if you lost a loved one, you need to grieve. If you went through a traumatic, abusive experience, you have to process that. And that's usually going to come through someone that has greater knowledge than yourself, a psychiatrist, Jordan, whatever he is, one of those, clinical psychologists. There you go. Yeah, it's going to be different for every case. But it has to be addressed at some point. Otherwise, it's always going to be bubbling at the surface. And also, you're not going to have your emotions, thoughts, mind, mental health in check. You'll never be 100. You might walk around ignoring the problem, thinking you're 100, but you're really just a shell of a person until you address what you've been through. In my opinion. You're only a portion of who you could be because you're ignoring things that bother you. And that's another thing. I see so many people, they're like, I've met people and they're like, oh yeah, my father died when I was young. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they're like, oh, it didn't matter. He was this or that. Like, what? Just because he was an alcoholic and a piece of shit doesn't mean that it didn't affect your psyche as in early childhood development. You ignoring the fact and you saying that is very concerning for me now. It's like, whoa, who am I dealing with? Like, wait a second. That's not even rational. That's not normal. The fact is like, kids need two parents. A lot of people that grow up without a parent, they make, excuses for that parent. They'll be like, oh, well, I didn't really need him anyways. He was a piece of shit. No, you did need him. Saying that you didn't need him is lying to yourself, because every child needs two parents, specifically a man and a woman. Oh, I need a psychiatrist myself. That stuff's so expensive. What is it, like $140 an hour now? $140. Me too. I agree. $140. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. For something that's free. Talking is free. Call me crazy, but See, this is what needs to happen. We need to, every like 2 years, all of the high-end paid workers like that, doctors, psychiatrists, lawyers, they need to make what minimum wage workers make. And minimum wage workers can make their pay. What if we fluctuate years? Because I just feel like that's a $7 an hour job. Yeah, they went to school for something. But I just feel like that's a $7 an hour job because there's a lot of common sense that comes with psychiatric work. It's kind of like process of elimination. It's not rocket science. It's pretty basic human behavior. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why they make that kind of damn money. Their offices always look like crap. They always put in half the work. They don't even seem like they want to be there half the time. Yeah, I don't know why they make that kind of money. $10 an hour? I'm good with that. Maybe 15. They do have student loans to pay off. Maybe 15. And they do help a lot of people. Maybe $20 an hour. That sounds like a $20 an hour job to me. You know what I mean? For free. For something that's for free. For free. Oh, Lord. What is wrong with the world, y'all? I've had this itch, this dry cough. Does anybody have that on the East Coast? I've had it for weeks. And I go into gas stations and I hear people hacking and they're like, oh, I got this dry cough. I'm like, me too. I know. Therapist. I wonder how long they go to school. That's not a doctorate. Do they have to get a doctorate to do psychiatry? Or is that like a 2-year? I don't know. I don't know. They can't prescribe medication. So, they don't have a doctorate. It's like a 4-year, right? The bachelor's, psychiatry. And hell, they're not even, the mental health specialists and stuff are dwindling away just like the rest of the medical field. Nurses and stuff. Nobody wants to be wrapped up in that shit. I get it. I don't want to deal with it either. I get it. You know what I mean? I don't even want to deal with my own mental health problems. Much less actual crazy people, okay? And I'm crazy, but like, you know. Can you imagine how difficult of a job that is? It'd be like being a police officer. Like, you're dealing with the worst of the worst. You're definitely not dealing with mentally sane people. Stable, maybe. Sane. You know? It's got to be pretty rough. And if the psych wards look anything like the jails, let me tell you, it's disgusting. I'm supposed to be skating. Let's take an Excedrin and see if we can damn try to get a workout in. Sponsor me. I'm not taking the glasses this time because I can't see with them on. Yeah, I've been in therapy for a while now. I switched therapists because my therapist retired, and I had been with him for a while, and he was old school. He operated under the DSM. He operated under ethics. He had morals. And then they introduced me, as he was retiring, they introduced me to this young girl named Stephanie. She has been brainwashed by her college, like most college students. I don't know. It's not that I don't like her. It's just that I think that she has a lot of learning to do. See, this can go both ways. And best believe I've already like built a psychological profile on her. She's too big for her britches. She doesn't operate under the DSM. For those that don't know, the DSM is a medical diagnostic book that we have used for centuries. And every year it is updated with new medical information to help providers diagnose patients with mental health conditions. The left has been trying to ditch this book for about 10 years now. They want to ditch the book so that Big Pharma can step in and take over. They want to ditch the book because the book is logical, the book gives answers, and none of that is allowed because confusion and money is, the goal. They want to confuse, sedate, and take all the money. So now whether they want to do that through harming children, we've watched them do that. Whether they do it through implementing medications into patients that don't need them, Suboxone to inmates. They're willing to make money any way that they can. And in psychiatry, they're doing it through Big Pharma. What they do is they guess a patient's diagnosis. Let's say bipolar. I'll go in, they'll be like, Brooke, we think you're bipolar. And I'm like, oh, a clinical psychologist said that? And they're like, no, we just think you might be. We don't know for sure, but here's some medicines. And what they do is they introduce you to medications that may or may not work. You might get stable for a little while. And then you have an episode of some sort, and they switch the medication. And what they're doing, what I've witnessed through friends and family, is that they do this for as long as you'll allow them to do this. And they never give you a definitive answer as to what you have. And matter of fact, you might get misdiagnosed 2 or 3 times before you get properly diagnosed nowadays, which is absolutely nuts. Introducing mental health medications into patients that do not have mental health problems is dangerous in itself, but Big Pharma does not care who they hurt. Clearly, COVID, vaccines. But Big Pharma does not care who they hurt. They just want to make money. And the way that they're doing it in psychiatry is by giving mental health meds to patients without properly diagnosing them through the DSM. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, it's just mind-blowing that this is even legal. It's not. I mean, it's medical malpractice. Typically, what you would do is you would diagnose a patient with a mental health condition by using the DSM, and you do that through certain criteria. And this is what we've done for years, and it was a method that worked. It was tried and true. It's just crazy that medication is being put front and center over people's actual needs. And dangerous medication. I mean, for God's sakes, they tried to put me on Xanax. Because I'm homeless, going through financial insecurities, and could not find a job. See, when you have a patient come to a mental ward asking for help for anxiety and depression, what you don't do is stuff them full of mental health drugs that they haven't been diagnosed with anything. And what you also do is you look at a patient's history and where they're at currently. Anyone that went to college should be able to assess that I was living out of a car, homeless, stressed out, had just had my life savings stolen from me, betrayal, trauma. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's like being a married person and coming home and your wife's done took everything, and there's divorce papers and a love letter that says she's been cheating on you behind your back. That's called betrayal trauma. That's a whole thing that actually people have mental breakdowns over on a daily basis all over this country. The shock of what they've been through throws them into a state of depression, mania, and anxiety that they can't even see up or down. Tell me how I walked into a hospital, one of the supposed in the country, with multiple doctors, and they didn't know what betrayal trauma was. They didn't know why I was spiraling. How scary is that? You don't assess a patient's current status, their living arrangement, their financial income. You don't look at those things before you address what a patient might be going through. Listen, I'm no rocket scientist, but I know that there's a hospital full of idiots in UNC Chapel Hill that I could surpass their job, do a 10 times better job than they've ever done. Because the first thing you do with a mental health patient is assess their living conditions, their income. You assess who they're around, their family. You assess what they're going through, what they're living through, what they've already survived through. What you don't do is give a recovering addict Xanax because they're having a little anxiety. It was the craziest thing. I mean, honestly, if I had money, I could sue the shit out of them. It's medical malpractice what they did to me. They could have put my life and everybody's lives in danger. They were absolutely going to send me home with a prescription of Xanax to drive this big ass truck. It was only because I said, whoa, wait a second. I don't remember anything from the past week. I had a seizure on Xanax. Yeah, we had to take you downstairs and do scans and everything. It was only because of the grace of God that I came to and recognized what they were doing. It still took me a week after that to get out. A week after I started denying the medication. How scary. Y'all, I've experienced it. That shit's so evil. Jordan Peterson and Michaela. Michaela had extreme psychological and physical issues. She was having all kinds of, her whole body was just shutting down. Michaela had problems, who is Jordan Peterson's daughter. She had, what do they call that? Autoimmune issues her entire life. She had been in and out of the hospital. And she started the carnivore diet and all of her issues went away and now she's fine. And Jordan did the same. He lost a bunch of weight. He says that he has extreme energy from the carnivore diet. Here's the thing. I've tried the carnivore diet and too much red meat makes my liver and kidneys hurt. So that's my body telling me, ooh girl, we don't like that too much. So when I did the carnivore diet, I really didn't have a clear understanding of dieting at the time. It was like 5-6 years ago when I did that. Maybe 5. Yeah, so I didn't have a clear understanding of what I was doing. Maybe 4 years ago. I don't remember. Yes, external reasons in your childhood absolutely can cause chemical imbalances, borderline personality disorder, ADHD, depression, anxiety, especially in early childhood development, receiving long-term, even incidental abuse is enough to cause mental health problems in the future, but also long-term, abuse in early childhood development causes imbalances in adulthood. And that's another reason that, we need to start a trend. When everybody leaves off to college, no, they gotta go to college and then come back. There needs to come a point, I guess when you turn 30, you write a burn letter and shit and forgive your parents for all the bad shit they did to you. Am I the only one that needs to do that? Because I just feel like I need to definitely do that. My parents did me dirty. They set me up for failure for sure. For sure. All right, let's go work out in a second. I got this person running by me. It's nice out here, but it ain't like... It ain't like the type of day I like when I like to skate. I like it to be 85. So the reason I know about a burn letter, Shay, is because when I was, sorry, there was somebody running by me a while ago. When I was abused as a kid, I had a therapist when I was like 9. And she asked my mom. So my dad had actually written me from prison after he was arrested for messing with me and convicted. He wrote me a letter from prison, and my therapist had it. And she said, your dad wrote you a letter. She says you can read it if you want to. I don't remember what the letter said, but I remember she wanted me to write a response letter and get out my aggression and anger or sadness or whatever I was feeling at the time towards him. So that's what I did. And I remember we went out back on this deck, this rickety deck, and she's like, okay, we're going to burn it in this metal trash can. And I'm like, what? I remember that. I was like, you know, I'm like a 9-year-old kid. I'm like, what's going on? That was kind of wild to me. I was like, okay, let's set some shit on fire. So we did. So we like burnt it. We burnt it. His and mine. His and mine. Yeah, you can do a burn letter for anybody or anything, you know. Like, it's kind of, the theory is that you write down anything that's bothering you, anything that you want to let go. Maybe you went through a bad breakup and you've still been holding on to this person subconsciously. You know, you can write a letter talking about, like, maybe they betrayed you. Write a letter like, you betrayed me, you fucked me over, like, I'm done with you. And you essentially burn the letter to let go of those repressed emotions or those emotions that you're holding in. And the burn thing is to let it go. So you're supposed to be able to vent in a healthy manner, burn it to release it and just be done with it. It is a form of therapy that I do think is very beneficial. You know, the things that are tried and true like that have essentially been pushed to the wayside so they can make room for big farm. You know, there's certain things that work, therapy, talk therapy. There's a lot of things that work that don't cost, I mean, it's still going to cost thousands of dollars because apparently it's $140 an hour to do therapy now. So it's still going to be expensive, but it's not as expensive as, you know, sex changes, hormones, mental health drugs that are physically addictive, that when you stop, you're going to get sick. Jesus Christ. Y'all be flooding the chat. I can't. Y'all stress me out. I'm not doing that today. I woke up feeling pretty great. Don't want no stress up in my face. Let's go see if we can skate. You know what I probably need? Water. That's probably why I'm dragging, because I haven't had any water. But you know why? Because I haven't been to the grocery store. So I've just been filling this back up, which is a pain in the ass. I need like 2 cases of water, but not today. All right, come on, man. Shit. And this says drinking water, but I don't know about that. Why? What the fuck? Oh my God. I forgot I had on skates. I almost just died, y'all. Oh my God, I'm struggling so fucking bad. I can't get this water to come out when it's like in this thing. Come on, man. I usually have like 25 bottles running around in the truck, and I don't even have one. All right. Shit. I like to just die. I can't get that lucky, though. Trust me. If I was going to die, it would have been damn 6 years ago. I did. Like half a dozen times. And them motherfuckers still brought me back. All right, water. Oh, Lord. Water. Alright. I'm going. This is how I've been for like a week and a half now. I mean, I finally figured out that it's like, it's the depression from financial insecurities. Like, that's what, you know, as soon as I'm like, I don't even have money for gas and shit, it's like I fall into a depression, and it's hard to even like find the motivation to be positive, because I just don't know what's gonna happen, you know? It's always been like that though. Sucks. Because everything's fine until it's not. And yeah. You know, I already like,
workout paused.
I don't know. Never mind. I don't know where Freeport is. And you would think that women would know better than to ask that. Maybe you haven't been here before, but I deal with creeps every day. Specifically ones that hunt me down off the internet. I mean, you clearly don't care about people knowing where you are, because you just said where you were moving. It's kind of concerning. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably not smart. There's so much debris, and my camera won't flip around. Let's go back this way. You know, I like labs. They're cute. They're just like a long-haired dog. I don't think that I would like something that big. I would want something a little smaller because of my space. Something that big wouldn't have space to like roam, you know what I mean? Like in the car, he wouldn't have very much space. So, but like a little lap dog. Their breath stinks though. And that's a small space. I don't want no dog that's gonna be stinking up my car with his breath. Them little dogs be having some wretched ass breath, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Not all of them. If it don't apply, let it fly. But like, a lot of them. Them Shih Tzus, ooh, honey. Beagles, ooh, Chihuahuas, ooh. I'd be like, oh my God. Ooh, what died in your mouth? Baby squirrel? Well, I've gotten to where when they hunt me down, I start hunting them down. That usually does the trick if you embarrass them real good. Make them feel like creeps. Who raised you, you pervert? You think this is normal? Here's what you do. If you can find their car, pull your camera out and start stalking their car, taking pictures of their car. It freaks them out. They'll come out of hiding and take off. Ask me how I know. God, that son of a bitch had done hunted me down 3 times, y'all. Unless it was about a week and a half. I done had to deal with him 3 times. fuck no. We about to stalk the stalker. And we did. I hope his wife sees that. If he has one, he probably doesn't. I mean, he was 50-something years old out here on a skateboard. So, so I don't know. Shit's wild. I saw this thread, right? Listen to this shit. Alright, let me start from the beginning, because it's a little story that I saw that went viral on the internet. Let's see if I can recall. Sorry. I'm on the fucking phone. Sorry, there's so much. So, alright. It was like a thread of text that went viral on social media. I don't know what platform. Essentially, there were co-workers, a man and a woman, that worked in the same office together. They would go on to work together for approximately 6 years. The female was significantly younger than the male. The male was approximately 40, 45, and she was only 22, 25, significantly. There was 15-year age gap here. Hello. That's a problem. So anyways, they worked together at work, but it wasn't like they were friends or anything. He had tried hitting on her before, and she had blew him off. Well, fast forward, she ends up getting another job, going to a different company. Backstory, she's had the same boyfriend since before she started working for this company. I am working out. Why are you not logging it? She had the same boyfriend since years before she even started working for this company. She'd been dating the same guy since she was essentially 18, okay? She goes to another company, and she receives this long-ass email. This guy from the company that she worked for prior sent her a marriage proposal. The authorities, this is not something to play with. So she receives I want you to leave your loser boyfriend. Mind you, years at this point, with the same guy. They live together, have a home together. So this freak from the office is telling her, I'll provide for you. I don't want you working. I need you to move in today. Let me know when to come pick you up. Honey, hold on. He's like, I'll come by your place and we can move all of your stuff out of there. I need you. I want to take care of you, blah, 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 blah. Y'all, it is the creepiest shit. He literally had made up this whole fake ass relationship up in his head. And the crazy part is this is a long thread, honey. I'm not even putting half of it into words. This is a long email he sent her with this proposition for her to leave her boyfriend of over 10 years. He insults her boyfriend, says your boyfriend's not worth shit. He doesn't take care of you. All of these immature insults. This girl texts back. She said, I don't even know how to respond. This is crazy. This is crazy. And he is dead ass. He digs his toes in the sand. He's like, yes. He's like, I want you to be the mother of my children. You'll never have to work again. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It was crazy, y'all. Crazy. He's sitting there saying, I know you want this. I know this is what you want. You always told me that you wanted to settle down. First of all, she didn't tell him shit. He done made some shit up in his head. He's crazy. Desperate loser. It came down to the point to where, if I'm not mistaken, law enforcement got involved because he was so off his rocker, he wouldn't leave her alone. Yes. So what happened was he starts sending her gifts. Imagine calling Amazon and being like, or a rose service and being like, yeah, we got roses again. We don't want these. Like, everybody's going to think you're crazy. When you call, so he kept sending her flowers. He kept sending her chocolate. He kept sending her all these gifts. And she would call these companies and be like, who sent this? And find out that it was that weird guy that was trying to ruin her relationship and kidnap her. And she's like, listen, don't send no more of this shit to my house. And people thought she was crazy because it's gifts from Amazon and flowers. Like, she'd call the police and be like, yeah, my stalker has sent me more flowers. And the cops are like, well, what do you want us to do about it? We love flowers. You know, it's crazy. So it came down to the point to where he wouldn't leave her alone. The cops did get involved. Essentially, her and her boyfriend left and never looked back. And it's really crazy how that's definitely a parasocial relationship that he had completely like fabricated this storyline in his head and was expecting them to be wed. And like, so weird. Happens every day though. Poor girl. I'm just glad that she was smarter than that, because when the story starts, you find out that she's like 25 and he's like 45. And I was like, oh God, this is where it all goes south. Like, people think that they're grown at that age, but psychologically speaking, they are not. And a lot of people under that age are not well equipped to be out here dealing with adult matters like that in society. They give in to social pressure, you know? And it sets them up going down a wrong path. I'm just glad that she was knowledgeable to the stupidity and she sidestepped his game, because he seemed like crazy. Yeah, I don't remember where I saw that. I feel like it was on a TikTok or something. Not TikTok, YouTube. I am not even skating. Cruising down the street on my 8 wheels. Lazy as hell. Feeling like a whale. I can't see nothing. Yeah, he was definitely infatuated. He was past that though. Like, the way that he talked about her was almost like in a property tense. Like, he didn't. So when he originally wrote her, he doesn't say anything about how like he feels about her. He doesn't say, oh my God, I love your soul, we're soulmates. Like, well, that would be kind of crazy in itself. Anybody that comes out the gate saying they're soulmates is fucking love bombing you. That's why it aggravates me when people try to tell me they love me, and it's like, oh, no you don't. No you don't. Don't start that bullshit. You don't even know me. Like, no you don't. I can't stand that. But they call that love bombing, and he was essentially doing that in his text. And he was but he never says anything about her qualities. He never says, you know, I love, he never says that I love that you're domestic and you want to be a mother. I love that, you know, we have the same, I don't fucking know, the same taste in movies. Like, he never said anything like that. It was very surface level. If I can find that, we can analyze that whole thing one day. Because psychologically speaking, it's a very, it's a very easy case to analyze psychologically. His part and her part. I'm sure this has affected her psychologically greatly, not in a positive manner. I'm sure for a long time, the poor girl was running around everywhere, looking over her damn shoulder, wondering when more flowers were going to hit her in the face. You know, because every time he would send those flowers, what he was really doing was saying, you're my victim, I have control here. There's more to that level of stalking, any stalking, gang stalking. There's more to it. There's a control. It's a power thing. And when these type of people go out of their way to interject themselves into your life, what they're really doing is trying to get power. It's a control thing. It's a manipulation tactic to say, I can reach out and touch you if I want to. That's what's crazy. And like I said, most people are going to look at that and be like, oh, he bought her flowers, how sweet. So the cops didn't want to help her because the cops are not really knowledgeable on stalking. It's not something that's even been regulated, really. There's not really much punishment for stalking out here. You know, a misdemeanor stalking charge doesn't even get you time in jail, I don't believe. So it's a minor offense, which is sad because the World Wide Web has taken off and all of these young girls are being stalked. And I don't feel like the laws are keeping up with the technology. We need laws on the books to protect people. Yeah, it sounds like a middle-age crisis. Windy today. Super windy. I feel like it blew away. Sometimes the wind does get crazy enough to like pick me up and carry me down the road. Ooh, crossover. Ooh. Can't see shit. I wish I could turn this around so I could see the beach. It could just be my eyes. I wonder how much we've done. My watch die? 0.2 miles. Jesus, Brooke. I hope God gives me my motivation back. Because I don't know where it's gone. I don't know when it's coming back. Well, I might get fat. Not. Been there, done that. Don't want to go back. That's a fact. Oh. Yeah, it could be better if there wasn't so much debris on the damn ground. Sometimes it's hard to stay up on these things when the wind's blowing. Oh shit, is there people in there? No. I can't see nothing. Oh, there we go. Seashell. How many seashells are by the seashore? The shell is there. It's beautiful out here, but my hair is everywhere. Should have grabbed a clip. It's really windy. You might die if you damn go in that ocean. The rip current. Hell, the last boy that went in to save his sister, his dad ended up on Biscayne Beach, so. Poor fella. I like to lost it. Per usual. I need a new brake. My brake has had it. Seashell is gonna kill me. Sally sold seashores by shore. Or no, seashell by shore. See if I can do it. Lift. Nice patio. Ooh. trying to do it backwards with the other leg, but it's not really an easy process to go backwards. Ooh, I get scared. I get scared in my soul. I feel like I'm gonna bust my ass. Crossover, crossover. Ooh. I need to do some Usher moves on videotape. You know how he does it? He makes millions of views off of that. Orlando. How is it cold down there? I'm north. How's it cold there? It ain't cold here. It's like 75. Feels good. Feels better than it has been. Usually this past week has been cold as hell. I can't even get outside and do anything. And I need to be outside for my mental health. This is where I thrive. Even on days that I don't want to do anything. My pants are getting tight because I'm finally gaining weight. Hell yeah. Alright. Alright, we off the side. Now we can ride. Ooh, big rock. Wish my camera would turn around. Can't see shit. Woo. Big rock. Okay. Let's play Where's the Car? Seriously, because I don't remember where I parked it. Marco! Where's the beep beep? Nope. Let's go like another 100 yards and then we'll see if she hears us. It's a 450 acre park almost, so we're gonna have a damn lot of hunting to do if I don't find her. Break on through to the other side. Break on through. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange. You know, I realized that that whole album is about sex and drugs now. I said, Lord, backdoor boy, let me find out. Woo, too much for my innocent heart. Let me tell you, Jim Morrison, the singer of the Doors. Love it, love it. I do like that, but maybe not the backdoor song, but even like Soul Kitchen, I did not realize that was a sexual song, but it is. Great song, but like, all right, that's it. That's all I feel like doing today. Seriously. Half a mile. It was actually more than that. Oh, that's just what my bullshit watch picks up. Thanks, Apple, for nothing. For nothing. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm about to run, y'all. Oh, God. I'm about to go take a shower and finish my afternoon, I guess. We might talk tonight. I might get something to cook by the ocean. Cake by the ocean. Wasn't that a song? Hey, 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 cake by the ocean. It was a song. Great song. Hold on, I can't see. Hey, there I am. I don't know why iPhone does that. That's part of the reason I hate iPhone. It just does whatever it wants. I hope y'all have a good afternoon. I'm going to go shower and shave. Hey, Laura. It's probably getting dark there now, right? You're like 6 hours ahead of me. 6, I think. Or did you say 8? You too. 7:30. Yeah. Well, y'all be safe today. And pray for me because God knows I need it. And I'm praying for y'all. Thanks for working out with me. Bye, y'all.